time you sit up here and ask him to prove that Jesus didn't exist. Now
I asked
that's his
him what
opening
was his
statement.
argument, and he
Okay,
said
well,
he
what's
was
your
arguing
argument,
against your
bro?
argument.
See,
Yeah,
you ain't ready
I
for
gotta
this.
have an argument to go against. What's your
No,
opening
no, no,
statement?
no,
What's your
no, no, no,
argument?
no. I said a long time ago, I want you to
I
prove
ain't talking
that
about a long
Jesus
time
is
ago.
real, and I'm going to
No,
prove that it's
you
not.
need to have an
So
opening
you
statement,
go
bro.
first and you say, well, this is
Your
why
opening
I think
statement can't be
Jesus
you
is real.
asking me no question.
You
This ain't no
Jesus' little
debate,
brother,
bro.
right?
That ain't how debate go. The lady was doing correct when she asked you
He
to
trying to
have
make
your opening
no, he trying
statement
to make
about why you
excuses.
don't believe that Jesus
Trying to make
Christ don't
excuses.
exist.
Trying to make
It's
excuses.
one statement against another one.
No.
You saying that Jesus
No.
Christ didn't exist, I'm saying that he does. Now you need to have a opening argument for your case, and you can
No,
go
bro.
first.
No, you're wrong. I told you. I was the first one that brought it up. I said you should
This
prove
ain't no
Jesus is
debate, y'all.
real.
Y'all
That's what
might
I
as
brought
well
up.
open
And
the
I said set
panel
your
back up
premise.
because he's scared of me. He
No,
can't
ain't no
even make
scared
an
nothing,
opening
dude.
statement.
I
Okay,
told you what it
so
was a
can
long
I ask
time ago.
you?
Now he trying to
Can I
make
ask
an
you a
excuse to
personal
back out.
question, Lord Messiah?
Yeah.
Can you make it clear the deity that you pray to, or
I
you
don't
know,
do that. I don't do that.
you don't do that? Okay. Or worship?
No.
No. So maybe the debate should be why Jesus, little bro, can make it clear what deity he worships and why.
I mean that's just like a question and
Yeah, I
answer.
accept
Like
it.
that's I ain't really because then I'll be like, well, no, nigga, that you can't believe. Like I can't tell him what he what he could believe.
About Jesus, little
You know what I'm
brother,
saying?
that I've learned. This man don't back down for no debate. He don't care about who you done debated. He don't care who you done went against. You could be 0 and 50. Jesus, little bro, gonna debate you. That's one thing and he the first one to ever to brag about his 300-0 undefeated record. So at the end of the day, Jesus, little bro, don't back down. I just heard that man say, I accept. Come on, bro.
I'm only trying to figure out, based off of what you asked him to debate, Lord Messiah,
Because
how I
Yeah,
can
because
make
if
it
he
with all due respect, and I think everybody will agree, it's clear that this man is a non-believer. It's clear that I am a believer. So with the question that he threw out of me proving that Jesus exists, on the other side of that quarter would be him proving that Jesus Christ does not exist. Now
right,
I will accept that because the challenge will be just as hard for both of us. It will be an equal challenge for me to prove that Jesus exists while he try to prove that he don't exist. I will accept that. But I'm not gonna accept that question if you just gonna put it on me and then he gonna be asking the question. Shit, he
no,
ain't debating nothing.
I'm not
You see
asking no
what I'm saying?
questions. I'm not asking no questions. You go first. You got the first 5 minutes. Your opening statement is gonna prove how Jesus is real.
I
My
just,
opening statement is
bro,
gonna prove how Jesus not
I
real.
just gave you the flow first because the lady asked you first, brother. I'm
No,
sticking with the order. So go ahead
she can't
first, brother.
ask me
As I
first
said,
because
I
I
was asking both of you who
And
wanted to go first.
yeah
I want to
she
say one thing too. It's almost 400 people in here.
yeah.
Let's get it.
The
Okay.
thing is, like I said, she
That's
can't
what I'm
ask me
saying.
to
Go
go first
ahead,
because
bro.
I
Since you so
proposed the
horny
battle to
and
you.
you know that Jesus Christ don't exist, then get your motherfucking ass on the stage and prove it.
No,
Opening
it's
statements,
on
bruh.
you, bro.
Opening statements,
Well,
bruh.
I posed the battle to you, so it's on you to prove what I
Oh, this
asked you to
nigga scared
prove.
of me, right? So
No, I'm
this
gonna
sound
go
like a
after you.
motherfucker. This sound
I
like
go
a
after
motherfucker
him,
saying this
bro. I
sound like
go
a
after
motherfucker
him.
saying
He
I'm gonna
got the
put this
first
stick
five
on my
minutes.
shoulder. And if you want to fight me, I'm not the
Yeah, they
stick
need to
on
roll
my
the dice because this
shoulder.
shit getting old.
Roll the dice, low man. Go first. Just roll
Roll
the
the
dice.
dice.
You gotta
All
win.
right.
Roll the dice emoji, and then whatever gets low number shit. See what I'm saying? But there you go. So now, go first. Go first, nigga. I rolled a six. Everything under a six is lower, so you go first, bro. Now.
I mean, he can roll a six, bro. He can roll a six, and then y'all gotta roll again.
Hey, if he don't roll the dice then, nigga, so we can see. I rolled a six. You gotta have a six to not to go first. Well, we just said that. These niggas ain't scared of nothing, man. Y'all better wake the fuck up. These niggas don't give a fuck. These niggas will debate a light pole. Y'all better understand what's going on, man.
Yeah, and just so that everyone is aware.
Roll the dice. Now you all got to do is roll the dice too and see whether you get low number. How do you roll the dice? This nigga scared of me, y'all. He's scared of me, y'all. I'm not scared of you. I actually want to talk to you about this debate. I'm talking about I'm talking about ALM, bro. I'll take both of you niggas at the same time.
Yeah, that's
brother.
fine.
Don't you know I'm
Lucifer
Jesus
is
Christ,
ready
little
to
brother?
go ahead and battle Jesus, little bro. If Messiah does not want to, Lucifer wants to replace him. So, Lord Messiah,
Nah,
you need to figure out what you want to
replacement.
do.
Listen, I posed the battle to him. I set the premise. I said I want him to prove that Jesus is real. So he has to go first.
It is your turn to roll the dice or forfeit and let this other man battle me, bitch.
Nigga, get the fuck
Oh well,
out of
he
here.
forfeited. That's 301 for MacP and 0. Who's next?
All right. No, let me roll this dice.
Jesus, little bro, you don't know how to roll dice,
it's
Lower Messiah, you don't know how to roll dice or something? There you go.
Okay, low man, number 3, you go first, bro. I rolled the 6. You go first. Like I said, like Jesus' little brother already knew. This man is a psychic.
Nigga, it don't matter. You still gonna lose. Cause
brother,
now
your man, nigga, is the 3 was on you, bitch. Go. Open this statement. 5 minutes, ho.
see why you cursing. You just lost the battle. I said no cursing. We're not doing no cursing in this.
You can't lose in debate. You gonna learn something. You can win, but you definitely can't lose. Who the fuck told y'all you losing in debate? Who told y'all that? I don't get it.
All right, so y'all setting my time?
All right, just so that we're aware, let's go ahead and start some ground rules. No. Do your best not to do any name calling, guys.
No cursing.
This is an adult debate. I'm gonna repeat that
no
again.
homosexual remarks.
Bro, shut the fuck up and let this lady talk.
See, he can't stand that. He gotta say something.
Shut the fuck up and let this lady give us the rules.
I will also always let you know when your time starts. I'll say your time starts now, and I'll tell you when it ends. So no worries. I'll also let you know when you have a minute. And if you're done before your time ends, you're done before your time ends. So that's cool. All right, your time starts now.
Okay, so we gonna start this off, and we gotta set the standard that we're dealing with strictly facts, no beliefs. Because beliefs is hearsay. I could say I believe that the sky is green. I could say I could believe the sky is whatever, but you know what I'm saying? That's not a fact. So that's my belief. So in this whole thing, we just gonna stick to the fact that we dealing with facts. So if somebody come up here and say, "Well, I believe that," and it says in the Bible that, you got to be able to prove that beyond your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Beyond your beliefs. So let's go into the historical section of this topic, right? So we need the history on Jesus, the actual birth date. Some say that he was born in 4 BC or something like that. And doesn't BC mean before Christ? So how can you be born 4 years before yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, make that make sense. Yeah. And 2, you know, whatever calendar they going according to, what I'm saying? Like I said, they got to make it make sense. Um, and also the deities. We know that there was Dionysius of Greece. We know that there was Attis of Phrygia. We know that there was Horus of Kemet, 3000 BC. You know what I mean? Like all these different Krishna of India. You know what I'm saying? All these deities were known as messiahs or solar messiahs. Now, most of these deities can be accounted for. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as actual existence. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say Krishna can be accounted for. You know what I'm saying? And Krishna being a mythical deity in Hinduism also is personified after actual person. Same thing with Buddha. Buddha was an actual person. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if we can prove of these people that actually exist, we have some kind of history beyond just like religious texts, actual historical texts, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Um, and they say that they say Jesus traveled to India and studied sciences. So, what was he studying? That would have been the science of Buddha and Krishna. When they talk about Christ consciousness, that comes from Krishna consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ is just simply a rendition of Krishna. You know what I mean? Christ was copied from Krishna. So, and then, we go into the allegories and all of that. We know that this is an astrological thing, not an actual person that existed. So they took these astrological stories and they said Jesus is a sun who moves about 12 constellations. Oh, well, Jesus was a man. He traveled with 12 disciples. See what I'm saying? So they took the astrological, which is really astrology, that's actual and real. We can see it every day in the stars. And they made it, fairy tale stories that people could understand. So they basically made astrology into to fairy tale or mythology, so people could understand the heavenly things on an earthly level. However, that does not mean that these things are actual facts. They're allegories for you to get lessons out of. They're not actual people that existed. See what I'm saying? Um, so, it's going to be real hard to prove that, doing all of that. So now a lot of people are going to go to the Bible and be like, yeah, well, it says in such verse that the Lord, he's the one, he was born from God, and da 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 da. Da. First, you got to prove that God exists, to let alone prove Jesus
60
exists.
seconds.
10 seconds. Yeah, so the premise is dealing with facts. He got to come with straight facts, no feeling, no belief, no religion. Facts. I yield.
Read, it's gonna be very easy for me, P, because I'm gonna show you how to deal with somebody that hasn't went to college versus somebody that has. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually use my 5 minutes to give you an introductory unto the premise that I'm gonna set up, proving that Jesus Christ exists. I'm not gonna waste my time telling this man how to talk. What I'm gonna do is prove to whoever that's listening by using the creation story along with sun, human beings, and water. See, I ain't even gonna use the Bible unless someone has another question to ask on top of it, because people seem to believe literal history above the Bible. So I will be using Chinese history, Roman history, and Egyptian history to prove that Jesus Christ not only walked, but died and rules again on the third day without using the Bible. I'm going to use everybody else's story, the non believers. How about that? Now, that really should prove Jesus Christ if I use the non believers' information to cut them. That is my opening statement. I am ready to be questioned.
All right.
Dude, you still got
All right.
like
So
2 minutes left, three
he has
minutes
a
left. You still in
yeah,
your
he has
opening
a 3
statement.
minutes and some change left. But
Yeah,
That was an opening statement. I don't need no direction from you, sir.
wow.
I appreciate that short exchange. All right, so you guys have
Mm,
5 minute rounds. If you want to rebuttal each other in those rounds, you have 3 minute sessions to go back and forth that are timed. And you guys can start now choosing who goes first between one another with no arguments.
I'm horny. I want to go first.
Right.
Now to prove that Jesus Christ actually existed, like I said, I'm gonna go into the creation, and I ain't even gonna go into the Bible. We're gonna go into science, okay?
Federals.
Now, I'm gonna start with the sun. According to science and everything that man knows right now, if the sun was 1 degree cooler or 1 degree hotter, life on this planet as it exists right now would not. This is a scientific fact. Humans
According to science, they don't know where we come from. They believe that a big old explosion caused a chemical reaction and a little tadpole crawled and swamped up out of the water that became a monkey and we had a missing link in a human being. Oh no, oh no. It's gonna take a grand designer to have the golden ratio not only in your flowers, in your plants, in your trees, in your seashells, in your DNA strands, in the coil of a black man hair. Even when science get down to something as simple as hydrogen and oxygen, which we know is water. We know it takes two hydrogen molecules and an oxygen molecule, but guess what happened when science combined these two chemicals? They have an explosion. With all the technology that we have, they haven't proven how
He
God
wasting his
actually
breath
put
trying
these
to
things
sound smart,
together.
trying to sound like he a
Then we
fucking
roll
scientist
on
instead of
to the
proving Jesus
Chinese.
is real.
And see, the Chinese,
He
they are
wasting his
funny
time.
people. They have
See?
pictographs
But like I
that
said, this nigga
equal
want to be
their
a 5
words.
percenter so
Well,
bad.
according to the Chinese language, it tells the story of Jesus Christ about
Man,
him
fuck is this
coming and
nigga
the
talking about,
lamb
man?
being slain and dying in 3 days. You could check my facts as I give them to you. The story also tells
So there
you
was a
about the
Chinese
flood
Jesus,
of
a white
Noah
Jesus, a
and
black
how the
Jesus.
Chinese people got off
Man,
of that
stop it.
same boat that was found in Mount Ararat. See, these things that's happening that's stated by the Bible, but we ain't got to go into it. Now, we can go along to the Roman history, and just like in your city, when they kill somebody be on death row, they keep a record of the people that they murdered
So where's the
or
record of
kill
Jesus?
or slay. Guess who name on the roster in the Roman history? Little old Jesus Christ. Killed him at 33 years old. Yeah, this in Roman history. This ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. Then even in the Egyptian history, they tells you that Jesus Christ existed because the Pharaoh got
Really?
his punk ass tore up by Jesus Christ.
Man,
Little
fuck is
old
this nigga
story
talking
about
about?
them
Where was
Hebrew
that?
Israelites and them splitting the Red Sea and God helping them out. And how the
Nigga,
Pharaoh's
that's
son's
Moses with the Red
firstborn
Sea,
got
not
killed.
fucking
And
Jesus.
how the grasshoppers
This
came
nigga's
in.
just a
And how he
freestyler.
sent the plagues to Pharaoh. See, all of that is in Egyptian history. You can't even have Egyptian history without God being wrapped up in it. And some people would tell you Hare Krishna and all this, la la la. Well, the Hebrew Bible outdates all of this information. See, the Hebrew Bible tells you about Africa before it was named Africa. It was called the cradle of civilization, the Garden of Eden, where God first placed
No,
man
nigga,
on
Akiba
this
line,
earth.
nigga. Fuck you talking
I
about?
yield.
Anyway.
All right, 60 seconds left, but we're going to go to Messiah with 5 minutes on the clock. Do you, yeah, you get to make your point first before any rebuttals. So go ahead.
Okay, so
Your time starts now.
yeah. So basically he just wasted all his time like he did on that Muslim panel the other day trying to sound smart like he's a 5 percenter or something. But anyway, you just wasted your time. But anyway, he didn't prove that Jesus is real in any of that. Now he made some references talking about the Roman history, talk about they killed Jesus. Really, show me this account. When we like if we could or matter of fact screen share it. If you could screen share that source of information you talk about, then I'll believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, then stop putting false information out on Bigo. Because you can't show us none of that Roman history that says they killed Jesus. Look, it's right here. You can't show us that. You can't show and prove that. You showed and tell, but you ain't show and prove. Just like the concept of Jesus, you still ain't showing that he real. So if you could show that thing, you probably trying to Google something right now. If you could show that's real, okay, we might believe it. But yeah. Anyway, and it got to be authentic, something real. You know what I'm saying? Not no bullshit ass Google article. Well, they say in Roman times that they killed Jesus. Man, we don't want to hear that shit. So he still hasn't proved that Jesus is real. And as I set the premise as far as historically, that little bullshit Roman story he just said, that's not actual history. He got to show and prove it. And he talked about they showed Jesus and Kemet fighting against the Pharaoh. Nigga, where is that? That ain't even in the Bible. Like, where is that? Oh, that's in a secret text. See, you don't know about the stuff I be reading. This is some kind of Hebrew. He gonna say it's in Hebrew. See, in Hebrew they say that. Man, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, that was Moses going against Pharaoh, not Jesus. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Niggas just be freestyling and delusional, trying to sound like Lord Jehovah, nigga. You not him. Let that nigga be in his delusion. That shit must be spreading over to you. But anyway, oh yeah, part of self. Excuse me. We're not supposed to be name calling and stuff like that. Excuse me. Part of self, brother. Um, but that's just the facts, though. You know what I'm saying? So historically, he hasn't proven that Jesus is real. Biblically he hasn't even proven Jesus is real. And since his belief comes from the Bible, I don't know why he not using the Bible, because that's really the only ground you got to stand on. You know what I'm saying? So, because that's where this whole concept of Jesus even comes from, the Bible. Now, it's also talking about in the Quran, but the Quran came after the Bible. So, what is the real source? The Bible. Now, do they speak about this dude named Esau and other people in other pantheons and other sciences? Yes, they do. But was it this blonde hair, this blue eyed dude that most people, although they say Jesus was a black man, you still got that white man image in your brain. So that's who you worshiping, and you can't prove that white boy died on no cross and he's real. So all that stuff is just fairy tale, you know. And like I said, two of the biggest fairy tales that adults haven't given up is the God in the sky and the devil in the ground. We still adults carrying on adults fairy tales. When we was little, we believed in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, and all that shit. We still believe in the mystery God in the sky and the devil in the ground. So we got to let go of those childish concepts and grow up and be adults. Start dealing with the science that Mac P trying to talk about like he really educated, but he just fronting like he a 5% or something. But yeah, you got to come with facts, bro. Facts, facts, facts. You trying to refer to stuff, but none of that stuff you can prove. So I hope you was looking for that source that one source you tried to mention, that Roman stuff that said Jesus got killed. Please show us that in your next go round. I would like to see that. Um so, on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's all based on like I don't even have to pull up no historical evidence to show that he yeah, thank you. To show that he didn't exist, because he can't prove that he did. And that was my whole point in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because beyond the Bible and other books that talk about this man called Jesus, you won't find no evidence of them. Oh, what's a good point? The grave sites, right? Didn't they say he died in the tomb and was resurrected and his spirit went up to heaven? Well, his body should still be in that tomb, right? His body should still be there. They said the spirit went to heaven, but his body should still be there, right? So why ain't they found the grave? Oh, they said they found three different places in Jerusalem, and they don't know which one is real. So which one is the actual site? Is any of that shit real? They just made it up, because different religions claim a different sites. So they got their own version. Like you said, the Chinese Jesus. Shit is ridiculous. So what? There was a Chinese Jesus and a white Jesus and a black Jesus. That's all ridiculous, man. Everybody got their own Jesus, right?
All right, that's your time.
Thank you.
All right, you ready, Jesus Lobro? You want to
Yeah,
rebuttal that?
yeah.
You want to rebuttal that and move on to your next point?
Yeah, I'll rebuttal during my statement, because see, I'm gonna actually use my time to bring out facts about the topic instead of doing a personal attack against this brother. But I'm gonna cut him at the same time. Now,
Okay,
this
and
is
just
gonna
real quick. And Lord Messiah, was there anything that you wanted to rebuttal with him when he made his statement, his original statement? Each of you made your original statements. You both have 3 minutes. Nothing.
Hold on. Say again.
All right, go ahead, Jesus Little Bro.
Part of stuff. I ain't
all
catch
right.
that.
This
Say
is
it.
gonna this, all right. This is gonna be the Mike Tyson knock your ass out, bite you on your ear right here. Okay. The whole debate is about proving that Jesus Christ is real or fake, right? Now, this is the thing. We're
That he
going to deal with
existed.
time because I think I heard a peasant say earlier something about the life and the birthday of Jesus Christ. Okay, we got this on the time schedule. It's called BCE. That's before Christ era.
Before
All
common
that
era.
time was can I speak
My
without you
bad.
running your
Yeah.
dick sucker? That ought to be a point deduction
And you
because I'm
curse.
speaking
That's a
that he
point
should be
deduction.
on and he should be on mute. Thank you very much because I'm finna cut you right now. BCE, this is before Christ era. Now listen to this statement that I'm making, y'all. The whole fucking world saying that our time goes before Christ era and it starts AD at 1 AD. 1 AD is marked on the Gregorian calendar or numerically by the date of Jesus' birth. Now we get to 33 AD, which is the year that Jesus died. Our whole calendar, our whole time system goes on the fact of Jesus came and he died. Now, since we live in 2023, that was only 1,990 years ago that Jesus Christ actually died. But here we are, 1,999 years still using the time frame of Jesus Christ. If you are a blue collar, a white collar, or even a business owner, and you have to open your business or be at your business at 8 o'clock a.m. on a specific date, September the 1st, 2023, it's going to be AD at the end of it. So whether you believe in Jesus Christ or not, whether you believe that he came and he died or not, you still live by the timeline of Jesus Christ. So they kind of kill all the statements that this man wasn't around because we don't have nothing based on the Jolly Green Giant. Okay. Now my rebuttal will be for the brother that wanted to say, "Oh, they didn't find it, nobody." Well, if you was a biblical scholar, you would know that they did not find nobody when they rolled the tomb back. That it should have took 3 or 4 men to remove. It wouldn't have been no way for no one man to remove the stone. That's why they put that stone in front of the tomb. But when they rolled it away, the physical body and all evidence of Jesus Christ was gone. And even the Romans was
Was
confused
gone.
by it. So
Confused
again,
by it.
according to Roman
Hold on, wait
history,
a minute. How the fuck was the Romans confused by it
says
when they
that
said
they
they
murdered
killed
this
him?
man
So how the fuck they
on the
confused
cross.
about it? Come on, stop the
Roman
bullshit.
history said that this man that died
I'm
on
about to
this
murder this
cross
nigga.
rose in 3 days. They not even Christian. They killed Jesus. They
Man,
didn't
shut
believe
up.
nothing
See,
him was
they killed
saying.
Jesus. See, contradict
But
yourself.
they actually have it in the records and history of their civilization. And this is outside of the Bible. Now, y'all know I can go into that Bible and cut this man, but I have used points of reference outside of the Bible to prove that Jesus Christ really exists. And if you're saying that Jesus Christ didn't exist, you're saying that it's not 2023. And a person that says it's not 2023 is absolutely ludicrous. I land my plane there.
Okay.
I agree. Perfect timing. All right, Lord Messiah, your time starts now.
Okay. So he said BC means before Christ. BCE, he said, means before Christ era. And I guess and I would guess that he would also say that AD means after death of Jesus, right? Okay, so we as real learned people, I'm not even gonna say scholar, because you ain't even gotta be a scholar to know this. You know that BCE means before common era, or before current era. Look it up. AD means Anio Dominio, not after death. Okay? Now, also, the calendar that he's going according to, let me speed it up because I only got a little bit of time. The calendar he's going according to is the Gregorian calendar, which is a Greco-Roman calendar. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my God energy vibe right now. You know what I'm saying? That's a Roman Greco calendar. You know what I'm saying? We got to break out the history for this dude. You know what I'm saying? But for real, that's a Roman Greco calendar. So therefore, that's not the actual calendar. Don't you know Gregory, he threw us off time with his calendar. His calendar is not according to the Babylonian calendar, the Egyptian calendar, Sumerian calendar that came way before that. He threw us off time. He added 5 days onto the year, which literally threw us off in time. You know what I'm saying? So that calendar isn't even correct. That's a fact. Now going back to the people about the Jesus existing and they couldn't find the body. Listen, I can't prove that anybody in the Bible existed. They haven't found not one body of any person, the thousands of people that was in that Bible. They haven't found not one grave and been like, this is David, this is Moses, this is Joshua, this is Deborah, this is Mary Magdalene, this is the disciple, whatever, like the 12 disciples. Like, they ain't found none of these niggas, none of them. Then he said, oh, and another contradiction, he contradicted himself. Oh, they didn't you just say they killed Jesus? Oh, but when they rolled back the tomb, they was confused about it. How they confused about it when you said they the ones that killed the nigga? Oh, they confused about they know they killed somebody. They confused about it, and they even wrote it in the records. We killed this nigga. We X'd him out. Yup, Xmas. We X'd that nigga out. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden they confused about it because they ain't see the body in the tomb. BS, man. Don't you know that Bible has been rewritten and they changed up the narrative so therefore people can make excuses like that? And then he said, oh, it was only like it took like 3 men to move the tomb. I'm pretty sure there was like thousands of people in the city that was like, oh shit, Jesus died. He in that tomb. They would have rushed over there to push that fucking stone over. It don't take that many men. Come on, man. So that was just like, you know, just BS. So like all of his points is just BS. All of them points was not valid at all. None of them. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes back to say, oh, I ain't even going to the Bible. I went outside the Bible. Well, all of that stuff outside the Bible is the socio-political rhetoric that they use to support the Bible's agenda. See what I'm saying? So, like, come on, like, duh, that's just common sense. But since we don't understand the brainwashing and the system in the game, man, let me stop playing. Mac P's a damn. He know what's going on. He know what's going on. He's not a stupid man. He know what's going on, but he's going to defend his whole belief in Christ. So he had to say the stuff he said, but none of those points were valid. You know what I'm saying? He didn't prove anything. He just went around the bush and set up. How much time?
1 minute left.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right, so you know, and yeah, man. So like I said, it all boils down to beliefs. That's why I said you don't have to believe that he came and he died and da 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 da. But he did. Yeah, well, that's all on your belief because you believe that. So like I said, he can't prove that, but he believes that. And I can't tell him what to believe. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. Every person got their own beliefs and all that. But beliefs are not facts. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be confused about the two. So, yeah, I don't know what else he's gonna say or what else he can say, but he didn't prove that Jesus is real. It was all based on opinion and the Gregorian calendar, which isn't real, and the Roman history, which he did not pull up and show us where they killed Jesus, and the Bible stories, which he tried to use to back up, which contradicted the history. I yield.
That's time. All right, Jesus, little bro, it's your turn. And
My
your
turn
time
for what?
starts.
My turn for what, Lord? I did 2 rounds. Like,
You guys good with
what is
2 rounds?
a rebuttal round or something?
Now we're supposed to
It's
do
up to you.
A Q&A now. So you could question me on stuff I said. I could question you on stuff you said. Or if you want to open up the Q&A to the panel.
No visual sources. You can, if you a judge, then you can go get your visuals yourself. I presented the information. It's y'all job to fact check it, bro. You see what I'm saying?
It's your job to present your source.
I gave you the source. All you got to do is check the Chinese lettering. You get on Google or whatever you do and check the Chinese lettering and ask them for the breakdown of the biblical story within the characters of the Chinese lettering. I don't have time to get. I don't have time for that, bro. It's a whole.
Okay, Lord
a
Messiah,
whole
do you have any
exercise.
sources, Lord Messiah?
For what?
Yeah,
Okay, so neither one of y'all have sources.
Oh, sources for what?
That's the reason why there's no source.
Sources for what?
Ain't around for asking nobody to cite a source, bro.
Well, let me change the word references because I understand now it wasn't impromptu, but there's a difference between a source and a reference. I understand that. So the references, that's
Yo,
reference.
somebody got mad
Bro, I
noise
can
in their
pull up
background.
sources for anything I want to debate on.
I already gave references. I gave
Yeah,
a
I can pull up
reference
the
for the
sources.
Chinese lettering. I gave a reference for the Roman history because again, when people are murdered in jail, they keep a record of it. So all you got to do is like I did.
Record of Jesus dying through this Roman history. His point is, if he had the references, would you still go and look it up? That's his point.
No,
Even though he don't got the references or the sources to show you, are you still going to go look it up? Because you basically saying to him, if he show you a source, that you're not going to go look it up. That's all he's saying. Are you going to go look it up? That's it. With or without source.
The only reason
No.
either one of them get to slide in this conversation is because the debate was impromptu. But you are definitely supposed to show your sources when you do have a debate. It's not
Okay, my question is, even though it's show sources, are you still going to go fact check the source to make sure the source is legit? Will you do your due diligence? Are you just going to take it because he has a source and presents the source? Come on, man. What you gonna do?
No, brother Fire, you know me. Yesterday we sat on the panel all day and I did that.
I know you gonna run.
Okay, so I presented my source, bro. All you got to do right
everybody's
now,
gonna look at their source. That's the whole point of this.
let's have some order. Again, you asking for a reference that I already gave. Anybody on the panel can Google right now Chinese lettering and its association with Jesus Christ, and it'll give you a whole breakdown. You got to do your due diligence. You asking me for a source. I'm telling you where it is. You supposed to go and look it up to see if I'm fucking lying. I can tell you anything.
No, exactly. That's why I said. We got to bring straight facts, no beliefs. So if you presented that point, and remember,
so those are straight facts. We need
hold
somebody
on,
to do the fact checking.
when
If you don't know that the Chinese lettering tells the story of Jesus Christ, and most people don't, then you need to do your due diligence and look it up and see if I'm a liar or not.
No.
And see if I'm
You
a
were
liar.
supposed to present your source. I even forewarned you. I said while you on mute, you should be looking it up. I said while you on mute, you should be looking it up, and you could screen share it when it's your turn. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. You didn't. Yeah.
You already know. I got you. Go ahead.
So typically in a debate, there would be somebody that was assigned in the judge panel to be a fact checker.
Right.
And that person, if something came up in a debate, such as what he said, that person would already have it fact checked by the time the debate was over. But that was not discussed till after the debate was done.
Right.
Therefore, that would have been kind of hard for that fact checker to do. But I'm saying typically somebody would have been assigned to do that.
Right, and honestly, somebody should be just doing it anyway.
No, he should have presented his source.
Just type it in.
He should have presented his source, and I told him to. I
I
forewarned him, and he still couldn't bring it up because he was lying about that shit. No, it's on me, man.
See, this is what I'm saying. A source is something that we can go to. He's saying Google 2 words. What happens when we do that? Google Chinese lettering on Jesus. So now what? Chinese letters?
Right, exactly.
On
What does that
Jesus?
mean? Like, what the fuck?
There's a Wikipedia.
There we go.
There's a Wikipedia, you dig? You know what I'm saying?
Look,
so
but he
his
did,
whole
look,
his whole
even if that
reasoning
did
for not
prove
having
anything,
sources
right, that
and
still
saying
don't
this
prove
is
nothing.
his source, it doesn't give us
Did it
anything
say
because
that I didn't have a source? Go back up to the top of that page. Go back up to the top of the
Like he
page
could read
7.
Chinese or
Okay.
something.
Go
Like
back
this
down a
nigga
little
could
bit.
read
Okay.
Mandarin.
Go back down. Right there, right there. It said the Lamb of God hidden in Chinese letters. There's what I'm talking about right there.
Really? Why didn't you pull
like
that up?
I said, outside of the Bible, even the Chinese
Listen,
lettering tells the same
according to the
Jesus
debate, he did
Christ.
not pull that
This
up.
is it
So this
right
is
here in
after the
your
fact.
face.
Somebody else is pulling it up.
Y'all didn't give me nothing but 3 to 5 minutes. I don't have time enough
Oh,
to
shut
give you
up.
a
Get out of
breakdown on
here.
all
Get
of
out
this
of here.
information that I done already
Bullshit.
did the
You could at
research
least pull
on.
that shit up,
You see
man.
what I am
He
saying?
making excuses.
Do you understand?
Yo,
So this is a reference,
yo,
and
let
I'm
me
so
go,
glad that you
man. Let
made
me
them
fucking
pull up a
go.
reference to fact check what the fuck I was saying. Now that it's been fact checked, it is proven that Jesus Christ exists even outside of the Bible in the Chinese lettering. Would you like to check the
Fake ass
Roman
Jehovah, man.
history? Would you like to check the Egyptian history? All you
Nigga,
gotta
you
do
ain't
is
say none
fact
of that
check me,
history while you was
cause that's
talking.
all I
I brought
brought.
up
I
history.
was cutting them
This
with what
nigga
I
ain't
was
say
saying,
shit.
but I didn't use my time to do no
Dude, stop
personal
it. You
attack.
lying, man.
I used my
Dude,
time
you're
to bring
lying, man. Stop
information.
lying, man. Dude. Yeah, it's on me. It's on me real fast.
Wait.
Hold on, fire. Can I get a mute real fast? Can I get a mute? Can I get a mute? Can I get a mute?
Yeah, you can. Hold on. He can get a mute.
Yes.
Go ahead. Oh.
Thank you kindly, sir. So now, see,
Yes, sir.
Psalms had to pull up information to back him up. And still what he pulled up didn't prove nothing. For one, you can't read Mandarin to even know if what that says is true or not, or if it even translate correctly. And another thing is, even if it does say that, Jesus wasn't allegedly, if he did exist, he wasn't fucking Chinese. So what does it matter if they got Chinese writings on that say Jesus? Man, BS, man. That's a bunch of BS. And the fact of the matter is that during the debate, you did not pull that up. You didn't pull up your sources. Psalms is helping you out after the fact. You know what I'm saying? You didn't pull none of that up, Mr. Scholar.
It's an impromptu with 5 minutes. You really can't go into pulling up your sources.
No, that's simple. Psalms,
and the comments and the
Psalms
people
did
there
that in less
should
than
know
2
that this is
minutes just
impromptu.
now.
You
Less
should do
than a
it
minute.
yourself.
Yeah, but listen, Psalms pulled that up in less than a minute. He was just showing that. He didn't have that up there long. And it was long enough for us to see whatever he was talking about, this Chinese lettering stuff. So come on, he could have pulled that up in his own debate in his time. And listen, I forewarned him. I said he just wasted his time trying to sound smart. And I said, while you on mute right now, you need to pull up that source you was talking about. He did not do that. Just like Tazariak gave Jehovah a chance to set his premise, he did not do that. So he don't know debate decorum, and he didn't prove any of his facts. He just said a bunch of, well, that's history. And now after the fact, he's talking about I brought up history and that. No, you didn't, man. That fake ass Roman shit you said, you didn't prove none of that. And I debunked that. That Bible story about Jesus in the tomb, I debunked that. Um, the Chinese lettering shit, that shit debunks itself. None of your facts made no sense.
Let me say something right quick. In this style of debate, if you ever played backyard basketball, you got two kinds. You got hustle, where you can get fouled, ain't no fouls called. You make the shot, you still can go to the free throw line, shoot free throws, and see miss, called hustle. Then you got a structural one called make it take it. Well, guess what? This over here is hustle, and compared to make it take it. I'm just letting you know. Everything that you ever saw with way it is structured as far as them having sources, we got phones in our hand now. Everybody should be able to
exactly.
We got it in our hand, bro.
Exactly.
So we should be able to
Yep.
Hey, this is a different, man. This like rapid fire.
Facts.
Man.
Look how Fire was going through them verses the other day. He was like, this is Yah, and this is Yalla, and this is, he was breaking that shit down. Less than like 2 seconds, 2 minutes, he broke all that shit down. Come on, it's no excuse.
Lucifer want to speak too, and
yeah,
Masiah not really saying that. so far and make it take it. Can you travel? Can you double dribble? Can you play with a football? You know what I'm saying? So my whole point about saying that is a debate is still a debate, right? The fact that the best argument,
and he didn't prove his sources in his debate.
Hold on, hold on.
That's the difference.
The best argument is that it's a impromptu debate and we didn't have time, right? But there are still rules to a debate. Nobody wants to hear your opinion about anything, right? If you have sources, at least name your source. Like Mac P at least gave a reference. It wasn't I pulled up and he pointed to the source. So just as fast as we can go and look something up, while the other person's talking, they can be preparing their sources.
Exactly.
If I agree to
and that's what he should have
anything,
did. And being that he didn't do that, he lost by default because he didn't do that. So he lost by default. He didn't do that. He didn't pull up no sources. He just told us something. That's
Lord
hearsay.
Masiah, he at least gave a reference. You don't have
What are you talking about? No, bro, what are you talking about? I started off talking about Krishna, Attis of Phrygia, Devaki, fucking
those are not sources.
What are you talking about? No, yeah, these are all solar deities that Jesus was copied from. And these people, not all of them, but some of them, you can actually prove that they were actually people that existed. You can't prove Jesus existed. That was the whole point at the top of the debate. Can you prove Jesus existed? You know what I'm saying? Not whether you think he real, if he existed. He did not prove Jesus existed. He didn't prove that at all. And all his points he brought up, I debunked. I debunked all of them. He proved nothing.
My bad, bro.
I debunked all his points. He can't see Lord Messiah. I'm 500 and 0.
Just pulled up exactly what I said, and what I said was facts. I didn't have time to
Nah, you ain't pull up. What was a fact?
When Queen was giving the directions to the debate, she never said pull up no sources or cite them.
So name one fact that you said.
Can I speak without you talking over me? I did exactly what she asked for, and when I gave the sources, when they went back and checked my source, it was absolute what I said. So that did prove that Jesus Christ existed because the Chinese said it outside of the Bible. It did prove that Jesus existed because the Romans have a record of killing him. It do exist when Jesus was in Egypt.
All he had to do was pull up that Roman record.
All I gotta do is say it, bro. Y'all gotta go in there and do y'all research. Y'all act like I'm y'all motherfucking teacher. If I'm finna do all that, you motherfuckers gotta pay me, man. Fuck out of here. I done led you to the water. I'm not finna pour this shit into a glass and part your fucking lips and pour this fucking water in your motherfucking mouth.
Also, you can Google anything and find results.
You're gonna have to stoop down and get you a cup.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drink your own water.
I'm researching at the depth of Yahoo Shua, the Romans. I'm researching that information. I ain't gonna let that go right. I'm looking. Shit. For real. It's impromptu, man. The people in the comments and the judges in this type of style, you almost got to run it down yourself. Honestly.
All right, check this out, right? Check this out, right?
Herod actually exists, so you got to pull the records when King Herod was in power of Rome. And then the Roman records will have the fact that they killed Jesus. Not only they gonna have the record that they killed him, they gonna have a record that they put a thousands of pound stone in front of it, and they had guards guarding the stone. And when they remove the stone, him wasn't there no more. This is in they fucking history. Just like we got history of John F. Kennedy being assassinated, they got the fucking records of them killing Jesus Christ and the man fucking disappearing.
Okay. All right. Are you finished?
Lucifer, did you say what you had to say, Lucifer? You was trying to talk for the long. I think you unmuted.
Done. Zada, that's the Roman account.
All right, check. All right, so check this out, right?
Don't go in the Bible because anybody can easily say a man wrote the Bible.
All right, yo, can I talk now? Can I talk now?
When you go into the records of a governmental system, you got to take that shit as a fact.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Fire, can you reset the room?
All right. Now hold on. Now check this out, right? Now look at this, right? Look. Look at this right here. Look, listen.
Let me talk for a second.
Hold on. Can I just show something real fast? 1 second. Look.
You did 2
Oh
minutes.
my God. Yo, come on, man. You talking too much, bro. You spoke already.
Messiah, bro. We all know it ain't biased, brother. I won the fucking debate. All he did was sit up here and attack what I said. He didn't bring out.
Bro, give me some clarity on this, man. Some sensible clarity, dog. Some sensible clarity, Queen. Just sensible clarity. Give me some. Give me some sensible clarity. You don't mind?
Yeah, so basically, I think you should really listen to Cosmic in this situation right now because the guys are just going to keep arguing back and forth right now. This is a pissing contest at this point, but Cosmic, I think, may have something important to say, so I think you should unmute him.
Now, the information shouldn't be to cut nobody, though. Go ahead.
All right, I'll try not to. I'll just say this then. It's going to be kind of hard in these debates because people are going to want to do the reference check. Like Lord Masiah also needs to come with some references for his statement. We can't just grill Jesus little bro.
Come with the references. We'll check. We'll check your references.
Yeah, but at the same time too, you see the reference that Jesus little bro gave was a reference for the Old Testament Shang-Di being compared with Yahweh. So that reference doesn't necessarily say the Chinese believed in Jesus. So that in and of itself is one thing, but it's just really hard with these impromptu debates. That's it. That was it. That's all I wanted to say on that level.
Okay.
All right, yo. Is it my turn to speak? Because I wanted to add on.
Just to add to it, right? If I was to debate Sumerian on who the Gentiles were, she would say what she had to say. We all know what book she would go to. She would walk to her library and pick up that Western Civilizations book and say, I'm reading from the book that's Western Civilizations. And that would be an easy way to get a source, regardless of how long she had to prepare. It's a topic that she says that she knows something about or something that she believes.
How would you get that source? How would you get that source?
Well, I would just ask her to screen share the book.
Okay, go ahead.
She could do that, or Google it. But what I'm saying is, if you really not speaking from opinion and you actually know something, it shouldn't be that hard for you to get your source. That's all.
Right. All right, yo, do y'all see this on the screen?
What are you bringing up? Okay.
So this right here is an axe, right? So this one I'm talking about. Hold up, part of self, yo. 1 second, let me talk, man. I'm tired of y'all over. Yo, hold on, man. Damn.
Again, when Queen said what she said, she didn't say nothing about citing no sources. She gave the fucking rules. All she did was say, you gonna have a certain amount of time. You don't need to disrespect each other. Those was the rules. Now you can't come behind us after she done gave the fucking rules at first and tell us what the fuck we should have did. Now I did cite my sources while I was talking. So again, like y'all already said,
can we ask questions?
Like I said, like y'all already said, then y'all was supposed to go and check. You was supposed to have somebody to check these sources. You see what I'm saying? Somebody that was non-biased.
They're gonna come out during the questioning from either the judges or either the people that's sitting on the panel.
Exactly.
Your sources.
All right, look. It comes down to this. We went to school, and when we was in school, what we learned about Rome, they definitely didn't teach us that Rome killed Jesus. That didn't even come up.
Listen.
Now you gonna tell me what they taught you in high school, brother? Everybody knows you ain't learned nothing in high school.
You cannot expect no high school daughter to sit up there and teach you about the death of Yahushua, HaMashiach. Ain't no way.
Listen. Hold on. Check this out, though. We didn't even get a judgment from the panel on who won the debate. Come on, man. What the fuck? Fucking idiots, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Fucking idiots talking this dumb shit, man. Yo, we need to get a consensus on who won the debate. We need to get a vote. We need to get a vote who won the debate. Because like I said in the beginning of the debate, I said we have to come with straight facts. And nobody came with facts. He came with straight opinions. All of his so-called reference points, I debunked all of those reference points. So there wasn't no references. He gave no references. I don't even know why y'all sitting here saying he gave a reference. Listen, He gave you hearsay. He gave you hearsay that he didn't even pull up in his debate. So therefore, during the debate and the time he was allotted, he did not prove his sources, so he lost. Whatever Psalms pulled up, that's what Psalms pulled up. That's not what he pulled up. Yeah, man, get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Let me fucking talk. You let this nigga Mac P over talk me.
Come on with it.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, why is this nigga keep talking? Nigga, we don't give a fuck what you gotta say, nigga. Shut up, man. Corny ass nigga.
Where does Jesus little bro get his BCE information from? Because I've never heard what he was saying.
I'm unmuting him now.
Yeah, I just want to have a chance.
Yo, nigga, this ain't about that
All you
nigga.
gotta do is look this shit up. Now, I ain't being stupid or being
Keep
dumb with you,
unmuting this
bro.
nigga,
But if
man.
you don't know about
These
BC,
niggas want to hate. These niggas is
BC and
haters,
AD,
man.
then you lost
Niggas
out
is
before
haters.
you graduated from high school, bro. You lost, bro. Wherever you was going to school, you lost, Pimpin'.
Yo,
You see what
man.
I'm saying? All of this shit is based on Jesus Christ. The whole date system that we got is after the death of Jesus.
Why he pulled none of this up during the debate?
Before Christ.
See what I'm saying? He ain't pulled none of this shit up during the debate. Yo, man.
I don't gotta do no research.
Yo, can I go now, man? Y'all keep unmuting this nigga. Y'all keep letting this nigga talk. Psalms, we don't want to hear you, nigga. We heard you 1,000 times. Fuck, man.
Go ahead. 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Ain't no 30 seconds, man. How the fuck I get?
So everybody has a source that they want to talk about. Okay, fine. Everybody's gonna say, where's your source? Bring your source. Fine. But
nigga, he didn't bring no fucking sources, man. Stop talking that shit, man.
Okay, so my question
Believe.
for you is sources provided, right? How do you,
nigga, he didn't provide no sources. What is you talking about?
Justify what you're reading is actually true to your claims?
You can't,
How do
man.
you justify that outside of like a source? How do you how do you recognize God's word and to say all of this shit that you're saying? And if I could have like him answer.
Hold on, man. This is Lucifer talking, man. Y'all go ahead and talk, man.
Yo, it's on me, man.
Yeah, man, come on. Get it.
Yo, it's on me to speak, man.
I'm with you when you're right, bro. That shit don't make no sense right there, bro.
Yo, so once again.
But you would never get the understanding in which going on. You won't even
So
your name yourself.
So once again, right? So once again, right? People are talking about sources, right? People talk about sources, right? In the time that he was, yeah. In the time that he was allotted, he didn't pull up no sources. So all of this sympathy. Wait a minute, all of this sympathy talk about sources y'all giving him right now. That's sympathy talk. He did not pull up as a man his own sources. They're not asking questions. They creating a false narrative. Fuck out of here. Let me fucking talk, man. Damn. Gotta mute me, man.
This man.
I'm just sitting here.
Yo, I'm telling them, listen to this man talk. Y'all tripping, man. Go ahead.
Well, first off, I want to thank both.
Fuck, man.
On such a short notice, I know y'all was kind of having a discussion. It was shit went out of hand, but going to the information, that's basically what I'm looking at. I'm trying to walk this down the middle, and I'm not looking at either side one or the other. I'm just judging off the information that was presented. I do think that it would have helped if both of you would have brought up at least a screen share reference to that, not to have you like a major source and everybody go deep diving. Like, of course, I understand that's for another time of us on our own time if you want to know about it first. But I really think that it's hard to judge because both of you came on a speaking premise without having anything substantial to back it up with other than your claim. So with me, I'm down the middle with this. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, yes, sir. Yeah.
Can I get a mute, please, man? Can I get a mute? All right, so listen.
It seems like everybody is saying
I was
the
just
same
saying,
thing.
he can speak, but
Like,
they wanted the debate to be over, but I wanted them to
I don't know how I don't think that for us, those of us that like do this on a regular and that really appreciate this, I think we're gonna require sources. I think that's what we keep asking for. So I don't know how much. I don't know how much. Wait. I'm not.
Hold on. I require sources too, but I also require the men and women in the audience to tap their screen and go look it up for themselves, and then put in the comments that's some bullshit or that source, this, that, and the third, or this. That's what I expect for the people. That's it. That's it. I gotta do that. That's easy.
Yo,
Fire.
fire. Can I get a mute, yo? Because every time I talk, motherfuckers talking over me, man. Like, you got to mute the panel for me to talk.
What's happening with your Moses? What's happening with you? Go ahead and get your spiel out. What's that?
I'm good with y'all. No, I'm just happy to be alive. I'm mad I missed the debate
Niggas is so corny.
between Mac P and Lord Messiah. But
It wasn't no debate. The nigga got smashed.
Okay, are you tuning up? You sharpening your skills? You tuning up?
Niggas trying to make this like
Oh
this
man,
some
I just got off.
no,
I
there is
just
no
got
eating
offline
this,
looking up
man.
so-called Captain Cesario, and man, he looking like sweet meat, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm ready to chop and screw it up with
You
them.
don't know how to really
They're not even
judge
on this
nothing,
level,
man.
bro.
The
That
niggas
was a
is
bad
talking
debate
about
by Bigo the other
feelings and
day.
how y'all feel
It
about
showed
the
wrong,
topics that
man.
were
We had
spoken. They not even judging the actual debate.
power forward running point, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So we gonna talk about that later, but you know, it's good to be alive, man. So what was cracking with the Lord Messiah? And I'm gonna just let y'all get back to y'all thing.
LM, where you at? Where you at?
You know where I'm at. Okay, man. So once again, man, there could be no equal ground as I see it, because like I said, look, the premise that I set was for him to prove that Jesus exists. Being that I went first, I brought up deities that came before Jesus and showed that this is where Jesus was copied from. So I showed the real versus the fake to let you know that that white Jesus is fake. You know what I'm saying? And then two, and and then two, I went into whether Jesus even existed historically. He didn't prove that. And then I went into and then as far as all the stuff he talked about, the BC does not mean before Christ. That's according to a religious calendar. In religious calendars, they use that type of terminology. In a historical calendar, they don't use before Christ. They say before Common Era and Anno Domini. That's what they say. They don't say no after death and before Christ. That's religious calendars. So, like I said, religious calendars are not fact. That's based on opinion. Because according to a Islamic calendar, it'll say something different. You see what I'm saying? And I could pull that up. I could pull up the Asiatic calendar, say something different. So anyway, that right there doesn't prove anything. And then the Roman story stuff about the Jesus stuff being killed, he did not pull that up. So as a man, you have to pull up your own sources. That's why I say, and also too, right now, what I see going on, people are not even judging the debate. They're more so talking about whether they believe in what was said or not, and if they could prove what was said or not. No, let's focus on what was said in the debate and whether he proved his point or not, and whether I disproved his point or not, because he was a set the premise. Even though I went first, he was supposed to prove that Jesus existed. I proved that he didn't exist. And all the stuff that he used to try to prove, I debunked that. So he's at zero still. He didn't gain not 1 point in any of his statements. And that's why I'm saying, like, I won clearly. And I'm not even bragging about it, but it's just clear by default, because he never could prove his point. He couldn't prove a burial ground of Jesus or anybody else in the Bible for that matter. He couldn't prove that tomb story. He couldn't prove that Roman history story. He couldn't prove the the AD, BC AD. That don't mean before Christ and after death. It don't mean that. So all of his points he brought up was all fake. That Chinese writing shit, that don't prove nothing. Jesus wasn't Chinese. Come on, how many times I got to repeat this shit? He proved nothing. So let's judge the actual content of the debate, not whether we believe what he said was true or if we could find that source, because he damn sure didn't prove it. And I forewarned him. I helped him out in the debate. Who does that? I forewarned him. Pull up your source, because if not, then you just telling fairy tale and hearsay. We can't go off of hearsay. You got to bring evidence in a court of justice. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Court of law. Like, let's get it, man. He proved nothing. He proved nothing.
This motherfucker just said there was a man I'm supposed to pull up a reference. This shit
Exactly,
crazy.
nigga.
That
They
sound like
helped
a
you
woman
out,
saying, if you
pulled
a
up
real
sources
man,
for
you will
you.
screw up my feet every day when I
Corny
get
ass nigga.
home from
See,
work.
look, he always saying some gay shit.
Again, Queen
See
set
what I
the
mean?
rules of the debate. She said that we was gonna have 3 rounds, 1 5, 2 3 minutes,
Anyway,
and we was
everything I
gonna be
just said
able to
was
say
it.
what
I'm
we
gonna end
needed
this
to
right
say
here.
within that
Y'all
time.
heard
She
what
also
happened. Y'all
told
seen
us
what
to
happened. Y'all
refrain
seen the debate.
from
That
talking
nigga
and
ain't prove shit.
doing any personal
Some of these people on the
attacks on
panel are
each other.
believers, so
When
that's
the
why they trying to
rules
take
were
his
set,
side.
no
And we
one
don't got a
ever said
unbiased
to
panel,
pull up
unbiased. I
a
want to ask Queen what she think, and somebody else
if it
that's
was said
unbiased
and
to the
I
panel.
heard it, I would have
You know what I'm
did
saying?
that.
But anyway, y'all seen what
But when the
happened. This
debate
this
was
dude
over, the
lost.
first thing they did
He's
was
still
take
running
that
his mouth.
Chinese
Blah blah
lettering,
blah.
and they found
Chinese
that the
lettering.
Chinese lettering do talk about Jesus Christ.
Okay,
I
and
didn't say that the Chinese people were Christians or they
you got
believed
English.
in
You got
Jesus
English
Christ. I'm
Bibles that
just
talk
saying
about
that
Jesus
they
Christ.
lettering
They say Jesus spoke
actually speaks of
Aramaic.
the light,
So what the fuck
the
does that
depth,
prove? You know what I
and
mean? It's
the
not even in original
resurrection of
language, but it
Jesus.
talks about Jesus. So is that a credible
And they
source?
don't
It's not
even
even
know
Aramaic,
where they
the
writings
language they say
come
Jesus spoke.
from, but this story
But
is
see
hidden
what I mean?
within
Niggas will
their
just go
language.
along with they
Just
dumb shit.
another bill that I could do about how God placed himself into their language without them even knowing,
No,
and
now he
confirm
talking
his
that mystery
own
God shit.
story. Because he
Man, shut
God
your
and he
dumb
can
ass
do
up.
that.
Anyway, like I said, y'all seen what
So
happened, man. I'm
and
gonna
then
end this
also
right
how
here,
you tie
y'all.
I got a question. This also how you
Peace.
tie